The storm hit harder than anyone expected. Power lines snapped, trees bent under the furious winds, and roads quickly turned into rivers. Ethan Carter, a single dad living in a quiet suburb, had just tucked his 7-year-old daughter Lily into bed when a frantic knock echoed through his small house. He froze. It was nearly midnight. Who could it be in weather like this? When he opened the door, rain and wind rushed in, and standing there, soaked, shivering, and almost unrecognizable, was his boss. Claire Montgomery, the CEO of the company he worked for, usually known for her perfectly tailored suits and commanding presence, now stood drenched in a crumpled dress, holding the hand of a frightened little boy. "Mr. Carter, Ethan, I didn't know where else to go," she said breathlessly. Ethan blinked. His CEO, at his doorstep, in the middle of a storm, with her son. "Come inside," he said quickly, moving aside. "Both of you, hurry." Claire and her boy stumbled in. Water pooled around their feet. Lily peeked out from behind her father, her eyes wide. "Daddy, who is that?" she whispered. Ethan knelt. "That's my boss, and this is her son. They're going to stay here until the storm passes, okay?" Lily nodded slowly, curiosity replacing fear. For the first time, Ethan saw something in Claire he had never noticed before: fragility. At work, she was the picture of authority, her voice steady, her decisions sharp. But here, under his modest roof, she looked less like the powerful CEO and more like a mother clinging to her child. The storm raged on outside, thunder rattling the windows. Ethan offered Claire a towel and some dry clothes, his old sweatshirt and sweatpants, far too big for her. She hesitated but accepted with quiet gratitude. Her son, Daniel, about Lily's age, was trembling. "Hey, buddy," Ethan said softly, crouching down to his level. "Want some hot chocolate?" Daniel nodded, his small voice barely audible. Ethan went to the kitchen while Claire changed. When she returned, wearing his oversized clothes, her damp hair tied back, she looked different. Human. Approachable. Lily and Daniel sat together, clutching mugs of cocoa, steam fogging their glasses. Lily smiled shyly at Daniel. "Do you like cartoons?" she asked. "Yeah," Daniel murmured. And just like that, the two children bonded, the storm outside forgotten. Ethan noticed Claire staring at the kids, her eyes glassy. "Thank you," she said quietly. "We were driving home from a dinner when the roads flooded. The car stalled. I panicked." "You did the right thing," Ethan replied. "Out there, in this weather, it's dangerous. You're safe now." Claire nodded but said nothing more. For a long moment, silence filled the room, broken only by the storm's fury. Hours passed. The power went out. Ethan lit a few candles, their glow softening the room. Lily and Daniel had fallen asleep on the couch, their heads resting against each other. Claire sat at the table, watching Ethan as he fixed a blanket over the children. "You're good with kids," she said suddenly. He shrugged. "I've had to be. Lily's all I've got." Her eyes lingered on him. Her mother, left when Lily was 2, said she wasn't cut out for family life. Ethan gave a faint smile. "It's been just us ever since." Claire lowered her gaze. "I envy that." That surprised him. "Envy? Of what?" "The bond you two share. The way she looks at you, like you're her whole world." She sighed. "I try to be that for Daniel. But with work, meetings, the constant pressure, I feel like I'm failing him." Ethan leaned back. He'd never imagined hearing something so vulnerable from his CEO. "You're not failing him," he said. "He's here, with you. That's what matters." Claire's eyes shimmered with tears. For the first time, Ethan saw not the CEO, not the untouchable leader everyone feared, but just a mother, exhausted and desperate to do right by her child. The night deepened. Wind howled, rain hammered the roof, but inside Ethan's little home, something unexpected was happening. Walls were breaking down, between class, between power, between lives. At one point, lightning cracked, and the kids stirred awake, frightened. Claire instinctively wrapped her arms around Daniel. Lily ran straight to Ethan. "Daddy, I'm scared." He held her close. "It's okay, sweetheart. I'm right here." Daniel peeked at Ethan, then whispered, "Can I sit with you too?" Ethan looked at Claire. She hesitated, then nodded. Daniel climbed onto Ethan's lap beside Lily. Both kids clung to him as thunder rolled. Claire watched, her face unreadable. Something shifted in her gaze, a mix of relief and longing. By morning, the storm had passed, leaving the world drenched and silent. Claire stood by the window, staring out at the wreckage. Fallen branches, flooded streets, a world temporarily broken. Ethan joined her. Roads should clear in a few hours. You'll be able to head home. She turned to him. Ethan, thank you, for opening your door, for making us feel safe. He smiled. Anyone would have done the same, but she shook her head. No, not everyone, not in this world. Before he could respond, Lily and Daniel came running in, laughing, already playing like lifelong friends. Their joy filled the small house, brighter than the sunlight breaking through the clouds. The hours stretched into the afternoon. Claire called for a tow truck, but it was delayed. She stayed, and in that unexpected time, Ethan saw layers of her he had never imagined. She laughed with Lily, helped make pancakes, even confessed how lonely her mansion felt, despite its size and grandeur. Money buys a lot of things, she admitted quietly, but not warmth. Not this. She gestured at the kids giggling on the floor, at the cluttered but cozy living room. I didn't realize how much I missed it. Ethan watched her, surprised by how natural she seemed here, in his world. Not the CEO commanding boardrooms, but just a mom, finding peace in the simplest moments. That evening, when her car was finally ready, Claire hesitated at the door. Daniel clung to her hand but kept glancing back at Lily. Do we have to go, Mom? He asked softly. Claire knelt beside him. Yes, sweetheart. But we'll see them again. She looked at Ethan when she said it, her eyes holding his. Ethan nodded, though part of him felt an ache at the thought of them leaving. Days later, back at the office, things seemed unchanged on the surface. Claire Montgomery was once again the powerful CEO, her voice steady, her posture perfect. But to Ethan, she wasn't the same anymore. He had seen behind the mask. And then, during a meeting, something happened that left everyone stunned. Claire paused mid-sentence, glanced at Ethan across the room, and smiled. Not the professional, polite smile of a CEO, but a warm, genuine smile meant just for him. His heart skipped. No one else understood. But he did. That night, as he picked Lily up from school, she skipped along beside him, chattering about her day. Then she stopped suddenly. Daddy, do you think Daniel can come over again this weekend? Ethan smiled. Maybe. I'll ask his mom. And for the first time in years, he felt something stir inside him, something he thought he'd lost after his wife left, hope.